Here we go.
I'm good right here.
That's not this type of show. Hi, everybody. I'm gonna fall asleep right here. I'm just gonna stay here. We'll just do the whole show from here. I gotta go over here now. Hi, everybody. Hi, Heather. Hi, sweetheart. Mwah. That's my girl right there. Welcome to the show, everybody. Say hello to the audience. Hi, everybody. Welcome to Thursday. That's my buddy. Thank you, everybody. Welcome. Welcome. Have a seat. Let's get started. Thank you, everybody. Let's get started. Welcome to the show. Thank you for being here. Hello. It's a great group today. It's a Thursday. Thank you. Let's get started. Let's get started. Welcome to the show, everybody. Save a lot of that love for my dear friend. It's Kendall, everybody.
Hi.
How you doing?
I'm feeling good. This audience is like a Friday audience.
I know. It's a Friday audience on a Thursday. It's fantastic. I love it. Yeah. My buddy Heather's in the audience. Are you doing well? You look great. I love that outfit.
Thank you.
You look tremendous.
Thank you so much, darling.
I'm a little, if I get a little wacky today, it's because I've had like 3 hours sleep. I stayed up late. I know. If you listen to the radio show, you know how wacky I've been this morning. And we went to go see Dear Evan Hansen last night at the Orpheum. And so I'll give you my review. Oh, I actually have a Dear Evan Hansen mug I should go get. But anyway, I saw it in New York last year for my birthday. It was like one of the shows that I really wanted to see. So I'll give you my review a little bit later. But I went in, I wanted to look nice because I believe, I'm old fashioned. Yes. I believe, I don't think you should come to the theater in a t-shirt and like ripped like cloth shorts or something, or cloth shorts, or you know what I mean? You basically, I don't think you should come like in your pajamas. So I had a nice, I tried to look nice, so I went to go get a haircut. Now I get my hair cut by the same woman who's cut my hair every time for 10 years. And it's nothing fancy. I go to the Great Clips in Plymouth, Wayzata. Yeah. I know people think I am fancy. I mean, I eat chicken wings and I get my hair cut at the Great Clips, and I love it, So, and it's the one between Plymouth and Wayzata on 101, and her name is Kara, but I call her Mermaid because the woman believes mermaids are real, and we fight about it. I get my hair cut because this is like a munchie-chi. This grows. My hair kind of puffs out like this, so I have to get it cut like every week and a half. So every week and a half, I walk in and I'm like, hey, mermaid. And we literally had the whole salon arguing yesterday about mermaids. Everybody, all the chairs got involved, and then she's like, well, they've never found a skeleton of a mermaid yet. And I go, well, that proves my point. She goes, no. She said, yet. They're gonna eventually find the skeleton of a mermaid, and she said, then I'm gonna be proven wrong. And it's just, and I look at her, I look in the mirror, and I go, I don't have the energy for this conversation. I don't have the energy. But if you want to see what she looks like, she got so mad at me. I whipped out my phone when she wasn't looking, and I took a video of her. So if you want to see what mermaid looks like, go to my Instagram and go to my stories. Just search for Jason Matheson. She looked at me. She's, you should have told me that you were recording me. And I said, well, that's not fun. What's the fun in that? But anyway, she's watching right now. Kara, I love you, and I'm not kidding. I pick on her because we're like brother and sister. She gives the best men's haircuts. I'm not kidding. She's fantastic. So if you need your hair, I don't know why I'm going like this, but if you need your haircut, go see Kara at the Great Clips. Okay. And like I said, coming up a little bit later, I'll have my review of Evan Hansen, Dear Evan Hansen, and that'll be coming up toward the end of the show. But right now, let's get started with the hot dish. Here we go. I'm looking at myself in the monitor. I look like a maitre d' today. I look like at a fancy restaurant. I do. Hello, would you like wine?
They always look really nice.
Thank you. I appreciate it. It's my mom. My mom loves this suit, so I wear it for my mom. Hi, Mom. I love you. Let's get started. Billy Eichner hit the streets for the latest episode of his YouTube show, Billy on the Street. Now, this is great. It featured Kate McKinnon from SNL, but that's not what he was telling people on the street. Look at this.
Take 5 seconds out of your day and imagine lighting up the small screen.
How so?
It's exciting, isn't it? Reese Witherspoon does it.
Reese Witherspoon?
Yes.
Reese, how are you?
Yes.
You and I have Mary Kay and Nancy Myers in common. We were at Nancy Myers' daughter's film.
Nancy Myers, the director.
A long
Yeah,
conversation.
oh my gosh, hi.
Sheila's husband.
Oh my God! Yes, Nancy Myers' daughter directed Home Again with Reese.
Exactly.
Amazing.
And I'm very close with Nancy, obviously.
Oh my God! Did you like Home Again?
Loved Home Again.
It was nice to see a rom-com, wasn't it?
Exactly.
A good old-fashioned romantic comedy.
She is spectacular.
Well, she's one of America's great stars.
Isn't that hilarious? So we live in the
doing?
Chelsea Hotel.
Oh my God!
It's a family reunion.
Isn't that incredible?
Wow.
So come to dinner, my love.
Oh, that would be lovely.
Next time you're in town.
Oh, wonderful.
Hook, line, and sinker. Dude fell for it. Now, the reason he's doing this is Reese Witherspoon is out doing publicity because she's starring in the second season of Big Little Lies, which premieres June 9th. Okay, I know, but we're worried. We were talking about this backstage. Executive producer Jeff, we were worried about season 2 because season 1 is so good, I'm afraid they're going to mess it up because season 1 was based on a book. Did you watch it, Kendall?
Mm-mm.
And by the way, your blue looks good with the blue in the background there. I was just noticing that. Yeah. Anyway,
well,
but
thank
you didn't see season 1.
No, but it has a really great cast. So why would you think that it wouldn't do well?
Well, here's the deal: because season 1 was based on a book, on their
Okay.
source material. This one, they went Sarah Palin. They just went rogue. I mean, you know, they went
like
rogue.
they did on Game of Thrones, and that didn't end well.
It didn't exactly. So that's why I'm worried. And again, the sophomore curse is sometimes real. You can have a really good first season, and then it goes in the turlet. So I'm hoping
Turlet?
though, the
Did you say
turlet, yeah.
turlet?
But Meryl Streep is in this season. That's how we say toilet in Indiana. That's how we did, yeah. But drawers and what?
Wash machine?
Wash the jeans drives people crazy.
Yeah.
I didn't know I had an accent when I moved here 20 years ago until I said, "Oh, I'm going to go wash my jeans." And they
that's not
wash.
a
What is
thing.
that? It's not a thing. Yeah. Next in the dish, just a couple months ago, the prognosis for Alex Trebek wasn't looking good, but things have changed quite dramatically. This is some good news on a Thursday morning. Alex announced in March that he had stage 4 pancreatic cancer, but vowed to fight in this video right there, despite just a 9% survival rate. Well, Alex told People magazine, thanks to aggressive chemo, he has a mind-boggling development, he says. Some of his tumors have shrunk by 50%. Yeah. And doctors say, this is great. Doctors say that he is near remission. Alex has hosted Jeopardy. Listen, 35 years he's hosted that show. Yeah. And plans to return in the fall.
Nice.
That is a run. In Jeopardy, you got your Jeopardy and you got Wheel of Fortune and Price is Right. Those are the 3 longest running game shows ever in the history of television. Price is Right, I think, has been on since 1971. I think 71 or something.
What?
Oh yeah. Did you know that?
No.
Yeah. Now remember, don't you dare turn on the Price is Right now. Don't you dare. It's all reruns. That's right. Other shows are in reruns in the summer. Not this one.
Nope.
No. Yeah. But, well, except for 1 week in July. And then other than that, anyway. But no, yeah, Price is Right's been on. Jeff, can you look that up? I think it's 1971.
That's
how
impressive.
Oh, it's been,
Yeah.
Bob Barker. 19 what?
56?
Oh, there's 2 versions, 1956, and then there was the new Price is Right. 1972. Thank you, research team, yeah.
Thank you.
So,
Well, Alex has also said in that interview he lost all of his hair, his sense of taste, and he really dealt with a lot of, I think he called it extreme sadness. He didn't use the word depression
Yeah.
the last couple months, but he said that all the millions of people that have been giving him good thoughts and prayers, that he really, truly attributes a lot of his recovery to that
positive
good
energy.
juju.
Absolutely. By the way, Jeopardy champ James Holzhauer won his 30th straight show. and now has more than $2.3 million.
Wow.
Yeah, and he's gonna. Yeah.
Did they like put a cap on that?
No cap. He can go on. He's close to what that Ken Jennings record.
Wow.
Yeah. Next on the dish, drama between. Okay, even if you don't know who these people are, just hang with me here. Drama between former lovebirds Bella Thorne and Minnesota native Maud's son, and that means it's time for the drama horn.
Oh no, she didn't.
That's right. Right about now, 72% of our audience is going, did they say Maud's son? Who's Maud's son? The two split up a month ago, but the dirty laundry is piling up. Maud told the website 2Fab that he plans on selling her belongings on eBay because she hasn't picked them up yet. Wow. Angela Bassett just burnt the stuff on the front lawn, and Stella got her groove back. Well, she didn't find that funny, Bella did not, and tweeted, "Aw, looks like Moody really wants some press. #hungry." Oh, yeah. Also, didn't you call the cops on me when I wanted my computer? So then he replied, well, you came over uninvited 24 hours after we broke up through the back door, and then said, I'm doing good, by the way, nice to hear from you. So, wow, it's like... Oh my God! Come on, kids.
Yeah.
Just divide up. You're both rich. Do you
It's
really? Are you
weird.
fighting over a Mac? I mean, both of you can buy. Both of you can go down to the Apple Store and buy your own.
Yeah, it's too much. I was doing some research because I really don't know who these people are either.
Yeah.
They both look a little interesting.
Yeah. Well, Maud's son. There's a Minnesota.
I mean,
There's the Minnesota connection I mentioned. Maud's son is the brother of a good friend of mine, Danielle. And then Bella Thorne was on our show last season.
Yeah.
Yeah, and we almost had to bleep her because, yeah. And
I remember, yes,
Yeah.
yes.
I said, oh, do you have puppies? And she goes, yeah, I have puppies. She had the dog. Oh, she had the dog on her lap. That's right. And I said, oh, what's the dog's name? And she started to say she named it a really... Not a bad word,
dirty
but
name.
A dirty name. And she started to say it, and then in the commercial break, she told me what it was, and I about fainted. I thought, like, thank goodness you didn't say it, because we would have lost our liquor license.
Right,
so, yeah.
right.
We have a lot more to come, everybody. We'll be back right after these words.
Coming up, the gates to a galaxy far, far away are almost open. Folks got a sneak preview of Star Wars Land at Disneyland last night, including my buddy Hey Haley. Will the Force be with this new park?
Let's see some identification, traveler.
We'll have a preview. Then, speaking of Hollywood, Mr. Hollywood himself, Dax Holt, will join us with details on a pop princess feud that's going down. And two Minnesotans are competing on the new season of American Ninja Warrior. They are here in studio to show us how we can train to be a warrior. Sorta. That's coming up.
Welcome back, everybody. Look at that fancy shot from Eric. Welcome back, audience. I was just laughing in the commercial break. I checked tweets, just in case we have like corn in our teeth or something. And I was mentioning that you could see what Mermaid looks like, the woman who cuts my hair. In that break, I got like 100 follow. A lot of you want to see what Mermaid looks like. So if you want to see her, yeah. Thank you for the follow on Instagram. Just search for Jason Matheson. And then don't forget to follow our show too, Jason Show TV. And you are Kendall Mark, right?
Yeah, that's my name.
Kendall, yeah, just your name. Kendall, yeah.
Kendall.Mark.
Well, I know that's your name,
as I'm like
Goober.
pulling hair out of my shirt.
What are you doing over there?
It was itching me.
Yeah. Are you pulling your hair out?
Yeah, it was itching.
Okay, well, let's do that in a meeting.
Let's
or
be
something.
professional.
More ditch free this morning. We're nearing the opening of Disneyland's much anticipated Star Wars land called Galaxy's Edge. Yeah. Cameras got a sneak peek yesterday before the public is, come back to the TV if you want to see this, before the public is allowed in tomorrow. The new addition is 14 acres and transports visitors to the edge of space to a planet called Batuu. In order to get in now, park goers must have a reservation, which is good for 4 hours. And then after I think starting in late June, reservations will not be required. Disney World's version opens at the end of August. As I've said a couple times, I will be going, I'll be in Disneyland at the beginning of July, so we'll be going, and then I'll be going to Disney World for that one. Now, my buddy, if you've been with us since season 1, you will remember Hey Hey Haley, who is one of my best friends, and she is the executive producer at our sister show in LA called Good Day LA. Well, we called her during our meeting today, and as we speak, she is standing in Galaxy's Edge, and I said, I go, hey Haley, how was she rode the Millennium Falcon ride, and she said, it was awesome. You sit literally, you are literally sitting in the cockpit of the Millennium Falcon. And she said, I talked to her last night too, she said she had staff members that really aren't Star Wars fans, and they were freaked out that it was so cool, and you feel like you're there. There are no Disney logos anywhere. Like if you buy a Coke, it's not a regular Coke can, it's a round little orb. So they want you to feel like you're not in Disney World. So if you go to a gift store, the price tag won't have the Disney logo. It'll have some weird alien stuff. So It's totally immersive. Still cost American money, but I'm just saying, yeah. So we'll give you the skinny. I'll give you the skinny when I get back in July. Next in the dish, first Queen, then Elton John, and now an 80s icon is getting the Hollywood biopic treatment. Maybe. Roll it. Wrong video. It's fine because it's here. Hey, wait.
Jason,
technical difficulty. I'll act it out. Karma. Yeah. Karma, chameleon. There we go. That's right. Thank you. That's right. Boy George from Culture Club. That was horrible singing. Boy George from Culture Club will soon be the subject of a new movie. MGM is reportedly working on a movie about the singer, tracking his humble beginnings in an Irish working class family and then his rise to international fame with the group Culture Club in the 80s. I loved Culture Club. Sasha Gervasi, who directed Hitchcock, will take the reins of this one. Bohemian Rhapsody was a hit, as we all know, at the box office. That earned $900 million, so literally every studio is now looking for icons to turn into movies. So they're, yeah. I mean, we're going to do Milli Vanilli next? I mean, you know what I mean? Yeah. Good. Are you familiar with Culture Club?
I mean, I know the song that you just sang.
Karma Chameleon?
Yeah.
Yeah, you do know that one?
Yes.
Okay.
Well, I liked his style. I wasn't a huge fan of the music.
Okay. Yeah, I loved it because I'm a pop boy, so I love, every time that comes on, like at a wedding reception, I went to we have time. We have 20 seconds. Ted goes, I have 20 seconds to tell the story. I went to a wedding reception, and I was the date for my friend Kristen, and we went out on the dance floor, and Eric, take this shot right over here, Leo. Take this shot. So we go out on the dance floor at this wedding, and we look like a couple, and then we go out, and I'm going like this. and then at that moment, Kristen looked at me, and she goes, now they officially know you're gay. That's right, yeah. That we're not really dates, yeah. That was...
Fun dance music.
We are the only ones up dancing to Karma Chameleon. Anyway, still ahead, everybody. We're checking in with Dax Holt. What happened on his podcast that is getting picked up by news outlets around the globe? And then we've got a couple contestants from the show American Ninja Warrior right here in our studio. We'll be right back, everybody, right after this. Welcome back, everybody. Welcome back. Welcome back, everybody. Our half-hour hot dish continues with our insider to the stars. That's right. Coming to us live from his extra bedroom, it's Dax Holt from Hollywood Pipeline. Hi, Dax.
Good morning. Wow, there's a lot of energy in there this morning.
I know. Oh, question, before we get to your stuff, question number one, you're Mr. Anaheim. Why are you not at Galaxy's Edge right now, Dax Holt?
You know, so I actually, because they're there's all these like little like pre-openings and stuff like that. I have not been invited to one of them. Can you believe
What?
this? I'm like, how is this possible? You guys send me around the world for Anaheim, and I can't even get into Galaxy's Edge.
That
This
is
ridiculous.
I will be writing a strongly worded email later today for you. That's awful. Yeah.
So I'll talk about 15 years when the lines calm down.
Yeah, exactly. First up, you have pictures of the usually reserved Natalie Portman locking lips with her hubby after denying she dated Moby. Yeah, she's been in the news a lot this week.
Yeah, she has been in the news. So, we got her out. And her and her husband, listen, they've been together for years and years, since like back in 2009 or 10 when Black Swan, that's where they met. They met on the filming of that. He was the choreographer for the movie. They fell in love. They've been together ever since. And they were all over each other after dinner, just locking lips, having a great time. But she's been in the news, like you said, because Moby came out. He did this book. And he said that they actually dated. They had like a brief dating. And she came out. She was like, we did not date. Not only did we not date, she called him creepy. She said, I remember right out of high school, he was like this older guy that was just creepy and being around. So she said, we definitely didn't date. I'm like, well, that's got to make you feel good after you just told you just told everyone that you dated, and now she's just calling you creepy and saying it never happened.
Yeah, you're calling him a creepy old man. Yeah. Well, I love her too because she's very private. Like you don't really hear a lot about her in the tabloids or anything. She keeps things pretty close to the vest.
She keeps to herself. She doesn't go to all the like fancy restaurants where the paparazzi hang out. Like she's very low key.
Next, is there a feud brewing between Miley Cyrus and Selena Gomez?
So that's what a lot of people were saying, because Miley just released this new song called Catitude, and in there she has a lyric, and let me get this right. It said something like, "Sorry, Selena, but I listened to Demi." And so everyone was like, whoa, what's going on? Is she feuding with Selena? I mean, these two grew up together. They did Disney. They collaborated together. They've known each other for a long time. Well, Miley came out and she said, no. That is not the case. I love and respect both these two women, and I've worked with them for a long time. And what she really said is that it doesn't matter who you are, as long as you're authentically you, there's never going to be someone to replace you. So she definitely cleared the rumor on that.
That's very true.
Looks amazing. She looks so good. She's, I think that her time, getting her head straight has really just done wonders for her, because she looks great.
Finally, you had Courtney Stodden on your podcast, and it's getting picked up all over the place. What happened? What did she say?
Well, Courtney is just an interesting person. For people that don't recognize the name Courtney Stodden, let me refresh your memory. A couple of years back, her and Doug Hutchinson got married. She was 16. He was 51 at the time, and it made a lot of headlines out there. He was one of the stars of The Green Mile. Well, she came on the podcast. They have since filed for divorce. It is still pending, but she's got a new boyfriend in her life. She's dyed her hair. She's saying she is reinventing herself. She no longer wants to be the ditzy blonde. She wants a music career. But I asked her, has anyone not recognized you now that your hair is dark? And she said, well, there was one time I dyed my hair dark and my dad hit on me. He came walking to the restaurant, looked at me, smiled, and kept walking and flirting with her. And she's like, oh my God, my dad doesn't even recognize me. But the whole interview is fascinating. So I highly suggest find Hollywood Pipeline on iTunes or search it on your podcast app. The whole thing is fascinating.
That is disgusting. But I want to listen to it. Find Dax Holt. Find Dax Holt wherever you find your podcast. Thanks, buddy. Have a good weekend. Hope you get into Galaxy's Edge.
Thank you, guys.
Search for Hollywood Pipeline on Spotify and Apple Podcasts. And don't forget to follow Dax on social media. Still ahead, everybody. A couple contestants from American Ninja Warrior in the house. What does it take to compete on the show? Plus, how you can train just like them, kinda, sorta. And then, the Tony Award-winning musical Dear Evan Hansen is in town. I saw it last night, and we'll give you my thoughts when we return. Back in a moment, everybody. Welcome back. Our next guests are pros at a TV show. The Pros at a TV show that features competitors showcasing their athleticism on an obstacle course, and that's putting it mildly. Here's a clip from, and you've seen it, from American Ninja Warrior.
He takes the lead. They have to climb back up the horseshoe. Gerard using his arms and legs to climb, and now he's pulling ahead of Campbell. Ooh, you gotta bet on Gerard. You gotta make a commitment. Who can let go first? Oh, look at David Campbell. It's coming down to the bottom. Oh my goodness. Hunter Gerard narrowly defeats the Godfather. What a matchup. The Lizard is guaranteed a spot in Vegas.
That is a clip. There's Hunter right there. That's a clip from American Ninja Warrior. The season premiere aired last night and features our next guest. Everybody give it up for Hunter Gerard and Kyle Soderman, everybody. Hi, guys. What's up? Do you guys get to see, do the producers tell you what the course is going to be like? Because you've done different versions of these. Do you get to know, or it's the first time you see it is when we see you see it?
Yep, it is. It's an absolute mystery pretty much until you run. I mean, they tell you you're going to do these obstacles. Basically, they walk you through and say, "Here's your course," but then you run.
Yeah. And then that's it. And it's like,
that's
then you leave it to Jesus and Oprah.
Yep.
That's
Yep.
So, if you have an idea, we're going to talk about training in the next segment, but what is the training like? Like, it's almost like preparing for a test for a variety of subjects. How do you train?
Yeah, I mean, we train really hard at the gym that we train at, and it's all obstacle-based fitness, and we don't touch any weights. We just do body weight movement and obstacles and a lot of pull-ups.
Oh, it's okay. Let me on an average day, like today, an average Thursday, and I'm sure the audience does just as many as you do, but how many pull-ups do you do on an average day?
Yesterday we did about like 300, 400.
A couple, 300 or 400 probably.
That was like our warm-up though. So.
Wait. Audience, you were clapping. You didn't hear it. Kyle just said, that's the warm-up. That's the warm-up. Wow. Okay. No, I can do maybe one. Just like, and I'm sweating just doing that one, yeah. Okay, so Hunter, we can tell by the t-shirt, your nickname is the Lizard. Now, everyone knows that watching the show. How did that come to be?
Well, there's this thing.
Oh.
It keeps going, but I stopped it. And then...
Wait, it keeps going, but you stopped it? No, we want ratings. Continue. Look at camera 7.
You can zoom in on it.
Go to camera 7. That's your Good Lord, man. You have iguana?
Yep, 25%.
Seriously.
So. Yeah.
But so that's obviously how the name started, like as a kid or something?
That's some of it. Actually, this was just kind of a convenient thing to have this. But they call me the Lizard.
Yeah.
It's sort of how I move.
Settle the audience down, Aaron. Yes.
I have kind of a crawly movement style. Like I'm kind of low to the ground.
Yes. Okay, this is the best interview I've ever done. I am loving both of you. Okay, so Hunter, you won a close call last night. When you're in that moment, when it is a close call, the audience and I were screaming just watching that. What is going on? Okay, here it is. What is going on in your head? Is there nothing going on and you are just concentrating on the goal? Or what's running through your mind? Like, say, at this moment right here. Oh! No! Are you just, does your mind kind of go blank and you're moving energy at that point?
In a weird way, yeah.
Yeah.
In fact, your first run, like the first time you compete, or at least for me anyway, I don't remember anything.
Yeah, you just kind of black out.
Yeah, you actually do black out and almost entirely, and then all of a sudden you're done.
You're done.
Yep.
So you kind of, Kyle's the same thing for you.
Yeah.
You just got to be focused.
Like in the moment, I'm 100% focused. I know everything that's going on, but as soon as the run's over, I try to thinking back, and I have to ask Hunter what happened?
Or watch the NBA. Yeah. What is there an aspect like? Obviously, you guys train. You're used to every aspect of an obstacle course. For both of you, question: is there one thing that when you see it on a course? We can't cuss on the show, but you go, oh, blank. Is there something that you don't like doing or isn't probably your best skill?
almost everybody looks at a balance obstacle. In almost every course, there's a balance obstacle or agility where you have to move through quickly.
And that's?
And nobody looks at it and thinks, all right, I'm ready. I want that, that's my obstacle.
Because
that's
not only you have to balance, speed-wise, you can't stop and concentrate on the balance. You got to keep going.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, lizards are good at that. So, I mean, Kyle, same thing for you?
Yeah, totally. And I mean,
the balance thing?
It's a little bit different for us because we train it so much, but a lot of the ninjas out there, they love to just train strength, but we try to be all-around athletes.
Yep.
And you balance, or you also train for the speed balance. Is that a proper term?
Yeah.
Yes, agility.
Don't laugh at me, Aaron. I don't know. Here's the deal. Kyle and Hunter are sticking around. We're going to talk about the Ninja Warrior Gym. They've talked about it a few times in the Twin Cities and how you can get your ninja on. I mean, not quite like Lizard, but seriously, sort of. We'll be right back, everybody. Welcome back, everybody. We're back with Hunter and Kyle, both competitors on the huge hit, American Ninja Warrior. Are you guys surprised? I mean, I follow TV closely, trends. I always say TV is cyclical. Sometimes comedies are really big. Then we got the singing competitions. Are you guys surprised? Because we were talking during the break, you've been on different versions of a Ninja Warrior. Are you surprised at the success of these types of shows?
No, not really. I think there's enough people out there who it's fun to watch people do interesting things that they're good at.
Well, and it's also aspirational because no offense to my audience, but I mean, none of us will be the Lizard. You know what I mean?
Right.
What I mean? Yeah.
But like even watching like a really good painter, like watching Bob Ross paint or something, it's still interesting. You're still into it.
Yeah. Now let's talk about the gym. I think we have some video. Now we're going to show you Shane. Is this Shane falling right here? No, this is just the gym in general. But talk about look at this gym, everybody. Come back. What? Oh my goodness. So what are the different things? I mean, it is an academy, right, guys?
Yep. Obstacle Academy.
So you train for every type. Oh my goodness. So you train for almost every type of thing that you could encounter. What is it, a clown car? I mean, how many?
Keep on coming.
That is crazy. Look at that. So this can train for almost any possible scenario that these folks will encounter in a competition like this, right?
Yeah, absolutely. You don't. What we'll try to do at Obstacle Academy is not train just specific obstacles, but train obstacle fitness in general.
Just so that you're able to do. Yep. I mean, if you have a baseline training, you can do many of the things. And you're a youth ninja coach as well.
Yep.
I bet this is huge for kids.
It is huge for kids.
I mean, what do they? Are they usually inspired by the show and they come in and they're like, I want to be the Lizard?
For the most part, but there are very few kids that don't like to climb around and kind of, monkey around and get into mischief. This is like the perfect way for them to do that.
Oh, this is monkey bars times 100%. Like 85,000. That's Yep. Now I will tell you. Let's run the video. The guys were there. We had Shane, our buddy Shane. Look at this. Boom! We had Shane there a couple months ago. We ran this video so many times. So now, obviously, she's supposed, and I love that we're going to keep running it and running it.
Yep.
Now, obviously, she's supposed to get the hoop, right, guys? That's the goal.
Yep. You know what's funny is she actually got that perfectly, and then they put the camera on her and she did that.
Oh, seriously? So off camera, she did it right?
Off camera, she got it look perfect.
Okay, now the audience is turning. They're feeling bad for her. We don't have to show it anymore. No. Have you guys ever had a bad injury?
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay. What happened?
I can't. You could probably just point to a part of my body, and I'll be like, okay, this happened at that point.
Oh, seriously?
Probably, yeah.
Like, if there's an X-ray taken, there's probably a lot of broken things.
Our skeletons probably just look like asterisks.
How about you?
Yeah, I mean, it's just from everything that we do. It's small injuries, a ton of tears and stuff on your hands. You'll have to watch the city finals episode. Hunter.
Definitely.
There'll be a good one with Hunter there.
It's a good one.
Yeah,
it's a good
something.
One.
Not to give anything away, but it's funny.
It's funnier. It's funnier than you think.
So
tune in for sure. Actually, tune into the entire show all season. But
there's a possible
Possible, yep.
There's a possible injury.
Very funny will happen, yep.
Okay, and that's the city's finals, you said?
Yep.
Okay, just watch the whole season, though. I got to tell you, honest, I don't usually watch the show. Meeting you guys and watching it, I am now, like, I want to watch it. I'm going to cheer you on. Give it up for Kyle and Hunter, everybody. To learn more about Obstacle Academy, go to obstacle-academy.com. We're sending Aaron Schwab to that academy, I'm telling you. We got to send him. I think that would be hysterical. You and me, Aaron, at the academy together, oh, we'd look like Laverne and Shirley. American Ninja Warrior airs on NBC. As they say, check your local listings and cheer the guys on. Still ahead, everybody, we're playing a game in honor of Elton John and the new Rocket Man film. And we have a really nice prize for the winner when we come back. Back after this. Guys, thank you so much. That was great, man. Thank you. Clip from the new movie Rocket Man about the life of Elton John, starring Taron Egerton singing all the classic songs. And again, let me repeat that. When you see it, it ain't Elton singing, it's Taron actually singing Elton's hits. Yeah. My buddy Q went to go see it last night. He said he loved it, as did my producer Dawn. Well, the much anticipated movie opens tomorrow, and it actually is the inspiration for today's game time. Here we go, everybody. In honor of Elton John's many hit songs, we're going to play the classic Name That Tune. Here's how it's going to work. We're going to play a famous song over the loudspeaker from Elton's prime, the 70s and the 80s. And you have to give us the name of the song. Playing today to my left, say hello to Doug, everybody. Hello, Doug! And keep the love going. Let me see, does anyone still wear a hat? Yeah, I love that, yeah. Give it up for Julie, everybody. Hi, Julie. Okay. Hands above the buzzers, everybody. Now, Director Leo is going to play the tune as soon as you know it. Don't be shy. Hit that buzzer and get a point, and we have a good prize today. Director Leo, please play tune number 1. Julie.
Girls just want to have fun.
Girls just want to have fun is right. That's right. I shouldn't. Now, these aren't going to be just Elton John songs. These are just from the 70s and 80s. So there we go. 1-0. Come on, Doug. Hands over buzzers. Leo, play number 2. Julie.
Jitterbug.
Jitterbug is wrong. Over to you, Doug.
Bang Bang.
Bang Bang is wrong. It is Wake Me Up Before You Go Go by Wham. No. It's all right. No points awarded on that one. That's fine. Hands above buzzers. No, it's fine. It's fine. The answers were funny. Here we go. Leo, give us our next tune. Julie.
Bohemian Rhapsody.
Yes! Bohemian Rhapsody. I was ready to perform the whole thing. Julie has 2. Doug doesn't have anything yet, okay, other than a nice hat. Here we go. Hands above buzzers. Number 4. Julie.
I want to dance with somebody.
Yes!
I'm awfully good looking, but I'm not very smart.
No, you're both. Oh, I just want to make sure it works. There we go. Okay, here we go. Clear the buzzer. Here we go. Hands above buzzers. Number 5, Leo. Julie.
Let's Go Crazy.
Yes! By Prince. Okay. Doug, come on, Doug. Now, let me look at this next one. Okay, Doug, I think you can get this one. Okay, hands above buzzers. Leo, number 6, please. Julie.
Crocodile Rock.
Crocodile Rock is right. Doug, you just want to go sit over there for a little while? Okay, here we go. Now see, dances, though. I mean, we got to give him something. Hands above buzzers. Julie has, well, an insurmountable lead. It's fine. Yeah. Here we go. Next song. Made of stone. Yes!
What a feeling.
Yes! What a feeling from Flashdance. Doug, have you seen the Flashdance? Flashdance?
No.
You haven't seen Flashdance? Oh, it's a classic. My mom loves that movie. Okay, go ahead. Julie has like 50, and then Doug has, does he have any? No, he doesn't have any. Okay, here we go. Hands above buzzers. Next one. Julie.
Dancing in the dark.
That's right. Dancing in the Dark by Bruce Springsteen. Doug, dance to this one. Oh, we cut it off. We can't dance to that one. Okay, here we go. Hands above buzzers. Number 9, please. Julie.
Karma Chameleon.
Karma Chameleon. That's right, yes. The score is 30 to Doug. Here we go. Hands above buzzers. Now, Doug. Now I'm looking at this next one, and I'm confident.
Don't have too much confidence.
I know I do. I have confidence in this one. Here we go. Roll it, Leo. Julie?
Like a Virgin.
Like a Virgin. That's right, yes. Yeah.
I grew up in the 70s and 80s.
Okay. So. Doug, did you listen to music? Okay, here we go. I love you. I love you. Okay, hands above buzzers. Here we go. We have one more. Doug, you could catch you could catch up right here, Doug. Here we go. The final one, Leo. Come on, Doug! Yes! Please, Doug!
I Will Survive.
Yes! Yes! Doug got one, everybody! Yes! Yes! But he's still lost. He's still lost. Congratulations to today's winner, Julie. You're going home with a karaoke machine, courtesy of Paramount Pictures. That's right, thank you, Mary. There we go. And the soundtrack to Rocket Man. And both of you will get a Jason Show mug. Give it up for Doug and Julie, everybody. We're going to take a break, and we'll be back after this. Dance us on a break, Doug. We'll be right back. Oh, God. Welcome back, everybody. Welcome back. Kendall joins me again. Oh, Doug and Julie, I think, are perhaps two of my favorite game players. In almost 5 seasons, I think Doug and Julie are two of my favorites. That was good. Doug was fantastic. Yeah, there he is. Well, before we go today, I got a chance to see Dear Evan Hansen last night at the Orpheum Theater. Yeah. Now, if you're unfamiliar with the synopsis or what it's about a teenager with social anxiety who, by direction of his therapist, writes a letter to himself. That letter gets in the hands of one of his bullies. He doesn't make, he has trouble finding friends, and something happens to the bully, and the note, and a lie. The note set kind of a course of a little misadventure for all involved. It changes Evan's life, the bully's life, and kind of the lie kind of unspools right in front of you. I saw it, like I said, last year. I took a little theater trip to New York. It was something I wanted to do. This show was the one that I really wanted to see, and I loved it. I fell in love with Dear Evan Hansen in New York. I was excited to see it yesterday. I did like it last night. I have to say, for whatever reason, I didn't love it as much as I did when I saw it in New York. Now, that's not taking nothing away from the performers. They were all great. It's interesting, though, the backup Evan performed last night for press night. He's going to be taking over the role in September. He was really good. He was fantastic. The music is great. My only criticism is Act 1, in my opinion, is a little better than Act 2. Act 2 is a little slower. So if you go, I was a little tired last night, so I think that kind of adds to it. But the music, and I don't care, is phenomenal, and I don't care what age you are, you'll find something to relate to. If you had trouble, like me, if you were picked on as a kid, you will relate with Evan. If you are going as a parent, you will relate to the struggle of Evan's mother, who is, no matter who plays that role is fantastic. And the mom has a powerhouse ballad, not a ballad, but a slower song in the second act. Dear Evan Hansen is absolutely worth it if you can get tickets. Poor Aaron is in a lottery to get tickets, so it is going to be very hard to get, but if you can get it, it is worth seeing. It's playing through June 9th at the Orpheum Theater. Yeah. So, I liked it. I did.
Yeah. It's rough when the second half isn't as entertaining, only because by that point, especially when you're tired.
It was like pushing 10. I'm like, I need to go home. Anyway, tomorrow, we are excited. The Rembrandts will be performing live in our studio. They're the band behind, of course, the theme from Friends, plus the Gadget Guys here. It's going to be a fun show tomorrow. That's going to do it for us. If you're out there and you're a kid watching that's being bullied, you go out there and be yourself, because nobody can tell you you're doing it wrong. Have a great day, everybody. We'll see you tomorrow.